Not just visuals, GQ staff admit they were unprepared for Taehyung's professionalism on the photo shoot set. Hello everyone. And welcome back to BTS fans. If this is your first time visiting this channel, please take a moment to press subscribe. Not because we want to move fast. Not because we are chasing virality. But because stories about BTS, especially Kim Taehyung, are never enough when told briefly. Stories like this need time. They need silence. They need space to be truly understood. And today, we are going to talk about a moment that happened far from the stage lights, far from the roar of stadiums, yet reveals who Taehyung truly is. When a magazine camera begins to work, the fashion industry is not easily impressed. To understand why the GQ staff's acknowledgement matters so much, we must first understand the world they operate in. The fashion editorial industry is a space that is demanding yet quiet. Not every smile is considered sincere. Not every pose is considered honest. Photographers, stylists, and creative directors have seen everything. They have worked with top-tier film stars, global fashion icons, and public figures with immense influence. Popularity in rooms like these is not something that causes excitement. The only thing that truly moves people is artistic presence. And this is where the name Kim Taehyung entered that space. A big name, and an even bigger weight. When GQ Korea released the photo shoot schedule, Taehyung's name immediately stood out. But behind the scenes, a big name also brings quiet doubts. Would he rely solely on visuals? Would he arrive as an idol? Or as a true editorial subject? These questions were never spoken aloud. But they existed. And then, the day of the shoot arrived. A presence that didn't dominate the room. Taehyung entered the set without drama. There was no sense of superiority. No distance created. He walked calmly, made eye contact, and listened before speaking. In the creative world, these details are rarely highlighted. But for the crew, this was the first sign that the day would be different. Because someone who understands the process never rushes to become the center of attention. When concept meets artistic awareness, the theme of the shoot was not a simple one. It demanded emotion. It demanded stillness. It demanded an understanding of visual meaning. Many models require long explanations. Many public figures ask for detailed references. Taehyung did not. He studied the mood board. He paused for a moment. Then he nodded. And when the camera began to move, he was already inside that world. Not poses, but emotional transitions. What left the crew silent was not a single perfect pose. It was the transitions. The way his expression shifted gradually. The way his gaze strengthened, then softened. The way his body followed the light, without losing control. This is not a skill learned quickly. It is the result of time, experience, and deep self-awareness. The photographer gave minimal direction. Taehyung responded with interpretation. And often, his interpretation opened new creative possibilities. Collaboration, not domination. During outfit changes, he was never passive. He stood. He asked questions. He discussed ideas. About fabric texture. About tailoring. About how the clothes should speak on camera. The stylists realized something important. Taehyung wasn't trying to look good. He was trying to be truthful to the concept. And visual honesty is the hardest thing to achieve in fashion editorials. Hours passed, focus remained. Long photo shoots usually drain energy. But Taehyung never lost focus. He didn't repeat the same intensity. He adjusted his presence. Each frame felt new. Each angle felt fresh. The crew stopped checking the time, because the process flowed naturally. And that was when disbelief slowly transformed into quiet admiration, an acknowledgement born in silence. There was no press conference, no official statement. But after Taehyung left the set, small conversations emerged. He truly understands the camera. He's incredibly professional. He knows when to give and when to hold back. These words were never meant for the public. And precisely because of that, their meaning became even deeper. More than just an editorial. This GQ photo shoot was not just about a magazine. It became a reminder that Kim Taehyung did not grow by accident. He evolved with awareness. And perhaps that is why every collaboration involving him always feels complete. Professionalism as identity. Taehyung no longer needs to prove his visuals. The world acknowledged that long ago. But on that day, behind the GQ lens, he proved something more important. That professionalism is the highest form of respect for art. And that is why the GQ crew was not merely surprised. They believed. If you enjoy deep, reflective storytelling like this, don't forget to subscribe. Because here, we don't rush moments. We don't chase noise. And we don't reduce meaningful lives into quick headlines. Here, we believe that stories about BTS, especially Kim Taehyung, deserve space. Space to breathe. Space to be understood beyond clips and trends. Space to be felt, not just watched. We believe his journey is not just about stages and spotlights, but about growth, silence, resilience, and the quiet courage it takes to remain gentle in a world that constantly demands more. We believe that behind every public appearance, there is a human story. One shaped by time, pressure, love, sacrifice, and moments the camera never captures. And we choose to honor that. With depth. With calm. With honesty. Because real stories are not loud. They linger. They stay with you long after the screen goes dark. So if you're someone who prefers meaning over speed, reflection over reaction, and understanding over assumption, this space was made for you. Thank you for listening with patience, for staying present, for staying until the very end. And until the next story, take care and stay gentle.